2 days after the girl's first visit, she came back looking even more hollow. She said the woman's ghost had started pointing to specific objects inside a specific apartment. An address, a floor number, a room that smelled like rot and cheap perfume. She described it as if she had walked through it in daylight, even though she hadn't been there in months. Police finally agreed to check the location, not because they believed in ghosts, but because missing person cases don't solve themselves. The apartment door opened after several loud knocks. Inside was a cramped unit cluttered with clothes, fast food containers, and a small TV playing cartoons. It looked lived in, but something was wrong with the air. It felt thick, unmoving, like the room was holding its breath. As officers stepped deeper inside, the teenage girl refused to cross the threshold. She stood behind them, staring at the corner of the living room. "That's where she stands in my dreams," she whispered. The officers scanned the room. Nothing seemed unusual, until one of them noticed a large Hello Kitty mermaid doll, nearly child-sized, slumped against the wall. It looked out of place in the filth, too clean, too new, almost watched over. One officer called for backup. Another began photographing the scene. The teenage girl suddenly grabbed the arm of the nearest detective. "Don't touch the doll," she said sharply. "If you open it, you'll hear her crying." The detective frowned. "How would you know that?" The girl's eyes filled with tears. "Because she cries in my room every night." The officers exchanged uneasy glances. They couldn't ignore that the apartment matched her description perfectly, down to the stains on the carpet and the arrangement of the furniture. But the doll, something about it radiated wrongness. One detective finally lifted it. Heavy. Too heavy for plush. He muttered, "There's something inside." The girl screamed for him not to open it. But he did. And that moment is when the case stopped being a ghost story and became a homicide investigation.